Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm and welcome to episode 161 of our single player Tibina World. Now you might be wondering, what is this series? Is this something new? No, this is something that I've had on my channel for quite a while now. It's been the longest break though in between episodes, and that definitely wasn't planned. And I'll talk to the reasons why the long delay later in the episode. But for now, I wanted to resume things, just pick up where we left off. So there's a lot I want to show, and there's a lot I want to do in this episode. So first of all, these things here have changed a little bit. This is our villager trading hall right next to our, or pretty much underneath our guardian farm. So we have our villagers. We built this kind of zombification system in the last two episodes, and we started to work on these villager holding cells, and we kind of got to about here somewhere. You can see I've extended it all the way down. I've got every book trade now available. All for 1 emerald each, so that is a bargain. So pretty happy with that. So all these villages are all nice and safe. I can do my trading. They will never get locked out at the moment. And I've seen a few people having some problems with their villages where they get locked out and they somehow lose their position information for their workstation. Well, this cell design doesn't allow for that kind of issue to occur because these guys cannot pathfind to any other workstation block. They are stuck in here. They can't pathfind, so even when they do lose the location of their workstation block, they've only got one other block to pick up, and that's the same one in front of them, so they'll always resume basically unlocking their trades in their individual cells. So that has worked out quite well for us, and you can see we've extended it down. It's very tileable, and this has worked out quite well, and I've pretty much got every book now that I'll ever need. Now I've got all these vacant cells on this other side, and this is where we're going to use the different professions. You can see we've already got a couple of farmers in here. We've already got a, was that a cleric? Yep. So I wanted to get some glowstone and other things as well from the trading. So what we're going to do is have 2 of each of the different types of professions all the way down. And if any new professions get added to the game, we can always just keep extending this pretty much indefinitely if we want to. Now I've got this area here. Now these guys are fishermen. They have the nice tank here. They're all chilling out here, getting along. Now, because we're right next to a guardian farm, there's a nice little byproduct called cod, and I get a lot of it for free. I don't have to do anything. The guardians will fall to their death, and I'll collect using hoppers, and then bring over the raw cod into these barrels, and then I can do my trading, and that's how I've been getting a whole lot of emeralds very quickly. And sometimes it doesn't really matter why you need things in the game, you just want to collect things, just for the fun of it. So that's what I'll be doing here. As I've been building out this area, I've been trading away with these guys, and the byproduct is emerald blocks, and I've got a lot of them. So I've already got 2 barrels here full, and I'm working on the 3rd, and this is where I'm just putting my loose emeralds for the time being. And I've also been stocking up on these golden carrots from our farmers here. So all the different things that you can trade with bulk at the moment with these villagers, that is going to be patched in the next major update as it stands. So these guys will get locked out twice a day, whereas at the moment you can trade for them pretty much indefinitely during their work hours. So that works out quite well at the moment. So if you're not stocking up on your items from trading, you should do that now before the next major update to the game. So that's pretty cool. Now I've brought over some extra spare villages. I've still got plenty. We bred all these up before we upgraded to the village and pillage update. Yes, no, it wasn't that. It was actually before we went to 1.14.4. I think I bred these guys up in 1.14.3 or 2. I'm not sure. Either way, I have quite a few of these villages stocked up nearby, and that means we can easily bring them down, convert them, and then store them. So we're going to do that. So let's grab ourselves another villager here. And you can see the system still works. Brings a villager out of this location, and we'll suffocate them, bring them down to pretty much a one-hit kill by our zombie friend that's back here, which will then nicely convert the villager into a zombie villager, and then just like this, we can convert them back again. And this is how you lower their trades. So basically, that's how I've got all these decent trades here, all for 1 emerald, just by doing this. Curing them, returning them into zombies, curing them again, and around you go, and then we can store them away. So that works out quite nicely. Now I have also worked on this selection panel. So we've got the zombification machine, which is this machine. When this lamp is turned off, it means when we extract a villager from this containment area, they'll skip this conversion room, and then they'll just go straight here. So sometimes we might want that. I've also got this storage system left to right. I think I had this in the last episode, I'm not sure. But basically, when I have this toggled, this lamp turns on, and that means when I send a villager into the storage system, the villagers will go down on the right hand side rather than the left hand side. So that's a nice way how we can sort the librarians from the other professions quite easily. So that's quite nice. And then I've got this extra third option now. So this is how we can actually send the villagers from this location back up into this containment cell if we want to. So sometimes I might bring one over, and then I think, well, I don't really need to give them a profession right now, and rather leaving them just sitting here, I'll send them back up into this containment room. And there is a redstone lamp up there, so when this is activated, when we are going to store them up here, this lamp turns on, and you can see the lamp turns off, so that works quite nicely. As for other things in this room, you can see we've got this nice little display with our trader llamas in here, just checking out things, making sure everything's all above board. So I like this little room, I like this setup. Nice and relaxing feel. I've got a farmer villager up there as well, just for the fun of it. And I've also put 2 villagers into here. So this is where we've got the Curse of Binding and the Curse of Vanishing. I thought these are quite unique kind of trades. So rather than storing them in the cells down here, I'll put them into this room. And this room itself has had a bit of a do-over as well, just making it look a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. So we've got all our storage in here. This is just from everything I've been doing while working in this area. So I've got a lot of traded items here that I can store away or just keep forever. Not sure what I'll do with them. And I've got all these prismarine type blocks because as I've been going down and collecting all our fish for doing the different trading, you can see that we get a whole lot of other byproducts of the prismarine shards and crystals. So we can easily just convert those into blocks, and that's what I've been doing as well. So this fills up really quickly, and all these other chests are all full. And at the moment I've just got these guys falling down, and then it's just really through yeah, entity cramming that these guys are killing themselves. I've got the sword here where I can kill them a lot quicker, but I don't really need to. I like the pace that this comes down at the moment. It's not too fast, so the world's not going crazy loading entities, but it's not too slow either. So we can get our items really quickly there and also do all our trades. So pretty happy with this, and hopefully you guys like this setup. I do like the underwater feel you get now with this part of the ceiling as well. So I think that was a nice little addition. So let's grab ourselves another villager. Now you might be wondering, why do I have these full blocks here as we work our way down and not just the profession blocks? And that is because not all of these blocks are full blocks. So the hitbox doesn't always line up nicely with the minecart as the minecart moves in. So that's why I'm leaving a full block, could be any block here, until we brought the villager over, and then I'll replace it with a workstation block. So that's just why we've got that little quirk. And where is our guy? Come on, get converted. Sometimes the zombie will just pathfind onto me, it seems, and it takes a while for him to realise that there's a villager standing in front of him. And I noticed, oh, there we go, it just got converted. So yeah, I've noticed that sometimes it's just based on line of sight. So if I don't actually look at the zombie, he'll convert the villager really quickly. If I stand here in front and he looks at me, I do notice that sometimes that can distract the zombie. So I could easily probably fix that by putting a couple of blocks here, maybe some glass or something, but I think it looks better with it being open. And it's not too bad, I don't really mind it. Alrighty, so after a few hours of working on this area, I can say this villager trading hall is now complete. We have 2 of every profession, all of them have been traded with, so they're at the maximum master level. So that's pretty awesome, and we're going to have some decent trade options from these guys. So we'll come over and do a little bit of trading every now and then to keep on stocking up on things. Because as I mentioned earlier, the number of times you can trade with these villages is going to be reduced in the next major update. That is how it's currently planned anyway. So yeah, it's going to be much harder to get items in bulk from trading in the one Minecraft day in the future. So that's why I wanted to complete this and have everything all ready for me in the future. So that's why I've got all these different books and all different items that I'll store up, and we can do that a lot easier in this current version compared with what's planned in the future. So with this area now complete, we're going to head back to the main island, and as I head back there, I'm going to show you a couple of clips of different things I've got up with just around the world as I've been working on this villager trading hall on and off over the last few weeks. So I'm going to show you those couple of clips, and then I'll join you back down by the main island. So we're now back by the main island, and from those clips you might have seen that I was experimenting with turtles, and I've been collecting a whole lot of turtle eggs. These were added back in Update Aquatic, and I haven't really experimented with turtle eggs or turtles in general at all. I don't know why, just something maybe I've overlooked. So, whoops, let's not do that. So I wanted to put down some turtle eggs on this little sandy little spot here. This could be a nice little... In fact, let's not go too crazy here, because once these guys hatch, they'll remember their hatch place as basically their home. They'll always want to try and return there. So I don't want this whole area flooded with turtles. How many do we want? Maybe we only want about 5 or so. So let's just collect a few of these up. So we'll have those, and then let's just leave 2 here maybe. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to protect this, because this is kind of an exposed area. This is not lit up at the moment, so mobs can spawn here, and this little patch of land over here is not completely mob proof either. So if I'm not careful, we'll have zombies and drowns come out of the water here and try and attack these eggs. So I'll need to protect them at least until they've grown up. So I'm going to have to do that. So I'll do that now. And then I want to see if these guys will survive in this area. Having some turtles just hanging out around here that always want to return back to this spot of sand, I think that would be a nice addition right next to the main island here. And just as it gets nighttime, I also wanted to show you the skull collection. So this is something that I've been slowly building up. Every time it's been storming, I've gone out to try and get some more skulls. And now that we have our beloved 3-pronged spear, which has the channeling enchantment on it, we can easily get the skulls. So that's what I've been doing. Now I need to get some more dragon heads. This is something that you can get in the end city raids, and I need to do a few more of that so I can get a few more heads. So I do have quite a few in my world, but they're all being used for decoration purposes in different locations. So just having a few extra would be pretty cool, I think. And yeah, I need to go into the end anyway. I'm getting low on my shulker boxes. But it is getting nighttime, and I do need to protect our turtle eggs here. So let's grab some resources and yeah, make sure this area is nice and secure. Well, after that impromptu lightning storm, we managed to get 3 skulls, and that's pretty nice. We can add that to our collection. But these turtle eggs haven't even increased their hatch days yet. So each night there is a chance of these guys progressing through the crack sequence before the turtles will hatch. And yeah, the 2 nights have passed and they haven't progressed their stages yet. So it's going to be a little while until these guys will hatch. I don't think I'll have to just police this area. I think this is going to be okay if I fly around and do different things. These guys should just hatch on their own. We do have this other island over there as well, which I was originally thinking of making this one kind of like replicating this design over here, because this one has a lot more on it, but maybe keeping it simple. Something like this is okay as well. With that lightning storm, it's there's nothing probably more terrifying in the game at the moment with a survival player that likes to build things, and you've got completely vanilla game rules. The fire damage can be severe. I've had quite a few houses burned down when I like to build with wood. And yeah, when that lightning storm starts, the first reaction I have is to fly away, to get away from wherever I built things, because it's not safe. But we managed to just fly over to the little desert patch we have over there and take on those mobs. So that was pretty awesome. Alright, so with that now done, I thought what I'll do is I'll give you guys a bit of an update on what's been happening with me as the sun starts to set here. Because, yeah, there was a bit of a delay in between episodes, and you might even notice a few things that are different in this episode. So first of all, what happened? I had eye surgery, and that was planned. But the outcome of the surgery was not ideal. So I had, it's not a straightforward surgery that I had. To give you a hint for the kind of procedure I had, I now have the DNA of another person in me. So that is part of that treatment. And it's trying to correct some vision problems I've been having for a long time. And hopefully that will get better over time, but that was the cause for the initial delay, and even now it's a little bit hard to look at a screen for a long time, so that's why I've been choosing to do shorter videos, just so I can rest my eyes a little bit, but over the time I think this will get back to how it was. So that's fine. And then not long after that, I developed a respiratory problem, and I've had problems yeah, with breathing and things. So that's caused problems with my voice. And yeah, so that's also delayed getting this episode out. But I'm wanting to play the game. I want to continue playing in this series. I really like this series in my world here. And for those that are sticking around, thanks for doing so. I know it's been a bit of a slog between episodes here, but we are continuing things. And then maybe the third thing, because I've got a new microphone as well, which I'm trying to experiment with different things here, because my previous microphone is no more. It's died on me, so I've changed up things and trying to get the voice to sound okay in this episode. So I welcome your feedback. Please let me know in the comments if I can change any settings, or if you think I sound weird, just let me know and I'll see if I can address that for the next one. But I wanted to give you guys an update on what's been happening with me. So I just noticed that the hatch sequence has actually progressed for these eggs. So this one is now a level 2, which is the final stage before they will hatch, and this one is still on stage 1. But something I did want to experiment with, now that this guy is progressing, what happens if I add another egg to this mix? Will it also remain at hatch level 2? Let's find out. So if we add in a third, see, that could be a good way to do this. If you leave a few of them out, let them get to the final hatch sequence, then add in an extra turtle egg. That kind of speeds up the process a little bit, so I don't know, that could be interesting. Now I wanted to show you guys this little micro village that we have within our main island here. Something has been spooking out the villagers, it seems, because check out all these iron golems. How many do we have? We've got one that somehow got in between here, so kind of got pushed up maybe over this fence, but it's kind of interesting that it's sitting inside this containment area. So that's 3 iron golems. I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere. Let's just go around and take a look. These guys are busy in there working. Yep, there's another one. Who else is in here? Anyone else? That might be it. So that's 4 iron golems. Unless there's some down in the water. Well, no, there's 2 here. How many are there? That is quite a lot anyway. Let's just see. Are there any down here? Oh, there's one. Okay, well. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure why these guys are spawning. I'm not even sure which version of the game they spawned in. I can only presume it's this latest one. But, oh, there's another one there. Oh, that's a bit freaky. Hiding out in the shadows there. Yeah, so I've kind of made an impromptu iron farm here, it seems. I guess we could do something with that and kind of kill those guys automatically. But I thought that was interesting. Yeah, not sure. Have you seen that happen in your world? I don't think any mobs can spawn in here, so I'm not sure why the villagers would be freaking out to make these iron golems spawn. But they're there, and I guess they're doing their job. Protect and serve, buddy. So on the subject of villages, I do want to head over to our large jungle tree, because I remember reading a comment from one of you guys back when we first upgraded to the Village and Pillage update, was to come over and check out this tree and see what would happen to the villagers. Now, if you don't know, I did have some very old villagers put into this tree. I mean, when I say old, as in, I think it's probably 2 or 3 major changes they made to villages over the years, and this is kind of like the first evolution of the villages. At least 1 or 2 of the villages were that old. So are they still having some weird properties? Can you trade with them? Are they max levels already? Let's go find out. Now, I have been over here a couple of times, in recent months, doing some extra decoration work. In fact, we should probably turn off clouds. This is something that is a little bit annoying when you build these large structures like this, when the clouds get in the way. But let's see. Okay, so I've made some small changes to the buildings. Maybe I haven't shown that on camera, I'm not sure. And you can see I've got some bamboo in here. And I didn't go looking for the villagers when I did all this work, so I'm curious to see, are the villagers still here? And when I was working on these buildings, I don't remember hearing or seeing the villagers, so they may be all dead. Let's just go find out. I'm surprised there's none down this lower level. I remember for a long time there was always one villager that would hang out down the bottom there. So, anyone in here? No. Now, I don't think I've even got any workstation blocks in here for the villagers to pathfind to, but that's probably what they would be looking for if they are here. They might go wandering around looking for a place to work. Now, what do we have in here? Not a lot. I still don't hear any villagers. That is not a good sign. Yeah, let's keep going up. We hear a villager. Where are you, buddy? Oh, hello. What are you? You're a cleric, and you are one of the older villagers. You can see you've got the Eye of Ender trade. I don't think you can get that unlocked when you unlock a cleric. And you can see it doesn't have the levels, so it's not a master level or anything. So yeah, this is one of the older villagers. Now, are you the only one? I need to fix that. Hopefully that's not a spawnable area. Let's just double check. No, we should be all okay. So, where is another villager? I need at least 2 so I can hopefully repopulate this area, which should be a lot easier now that we can just put down beds and workstations. I had to do all this crazy stuff before where you had you needed light sources to be near a door, and that's why I've got all these glass poking through the canopy here. But let's keep going up, and I think it's the same villager right here. Or am I hearing another one? You can get up on the roof here. How do you do that again? I have to try and remember myself. Is this the way? Nope, that is definitely not the way. Maybe it's over here. Nope, that's not it either. Alright, so we've found it. This is how you can get up. I can hear a zombie pigman. And we've got ocelots out here. Oh, we've got a meeting up here. Well, this is interesting. 3 clerics. I don't remember having that many clerics up here. What do you have on trade? Okay, you're kind of one of the newer ones because you've got the master level, but you've got 2 glowstone trades, so you're a kind of a hybrid villager. What are you? You're just a generic cleric. Similar kind of setup. And then this guy I can trade with, which is interesting. But he looks kind of like a normal villager. So yeah, that is interesting. I don't remember having all clerics here. With that portal, I'm wondering, have any villagers gone through into the Nether? That would be interesting if that is the case. How do I get down again? How did I get up here? It's over here somewhere? No? Well, this is deadly. So this is something I will need to fix up. And this is what I was talking about, where you needed kind of light sources to be near a door of a building previously to make a building register as a village, or a house for a villager. So that's why I've got all those dangerous holes. I will need to fix all that. So let's go through this portal and see, do we have any villagers on the other side? I don't remember seeing any when I came through. I have 2. You're living dangerously. You're another cleric. And what are you? A leather worker. Oh, you're a brand new guy. Well, this guy's probably... Yeah, I do remember having a villager that was very old. It was a jobless villager. This was... Hey, did he just go through the portal again? I think he did. How did he remember to go through the portal? Well, that could explain why I haven't been seeing these guys in the Nether, because they seem to be just popping in and out whenever they want. But yeah, I did have a villager that had no job profession, and it was just named villager. So you might have, if you've got a really old Minecraft world, you've probably got a couple of those. What has this guy got? If I can click on you. Looks like, yeah, you're kind of like a regular villager. So yeah, that's interesting. They've still got a few of these guys, so I should probably protect these a little bit better, and maybe we could do something with this tree. I think with the top of this top part of the tree, we could make it a little bit nicer. Put in some extra beds, maybe make this an actual place where villagers can work and put their workstation blocks in here, because I haven't really used this space. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a suggestion. What do you think I should do with this area? Should I build it, like keep it natural themed and maybe some dirt and leave all the leaves, or to make it like put some walls in here, some structure, and then build in some actual workstation blocks and things? Could be cool if I do make this a village, because that means we'll get cats that will spawn here and they can hang out with the ocelots. So a few ideas for that. Well, I'm going to leave these villagers out here to discuss things amongst themselves. They look like they're deep in conversation at the moment, so we'll leave them be. We'll pick up things again in the next episode, which definitely won't be as long. So the wait, yeah, shouldn't be as bad as this one. But for now, I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon in the next one. Cheers.